Hello everybody, this is Schizo87 and I'm back with another commentary. I want to apologize for being so late on this. My software that I was using was having issues with it, so I decided to change it up and try a new set of software. So here it is. I want to point out in the beginning that I don't like Powerhouse, which is what we're playing on now, Squad Slayer DMRs. Don't like it whatsoever. In fact, I think this is one of the most hated maps. So anyways, whenever you're playing a map that you dislike, that you don't know much about, or a new map, there's certain tactics that you should try and focus on doing, and you'll come out pretty successful. So I'm going to point out some of those tactics in this video. Number one, you want to know where you spawn. For red, they spawn over there in the dirt path. For blue, you spawn on the opposite side by the dormitory. The power weapons, one is the rockets, where it's actually that little stream off to my right. And then there is the grenade launcher, which spawns on the bottom level of green room, which is this building right here in front of us. There's also a hammer, which you saw me pick up in the beginning. That spawns right in that building that I'm shooting at. And then there's a focus beam, or a focus rifle, over there onto the left by blue spawn. There is a shotgun in the back of blue spawn, down by the big metal doors, but most people generally doesn't really go for that too much. Another tactic that turns out very well is, one, aim for high ground. If you're up in the air or up in the higher parts of the map, like I am right now, you have a very good view on your enemies spawns, the weapons spawns, and also your teammates. So when they get attacked, you can have a good angle of fire to help your teammates out. Team fire is definitely one of the more important things you want to focus on when you're playing a team game. Mainly because you can kill a person, twice as fast with 2 people, and 3 times as fast with 3 people, and so on and so forth. So the more fire you get on one person, the quicker they're going to die. Another thing you want to keep in mind is your bloom. Now, there's a reticle in the middle of your screen where you pull the trigger, you shoot, that's where the bullet's going to go. There's 2 of them actually. There's one that's a solid circle that doesn't move, it's stationary, and then there's one in the middle which is made of 4 little curved lines to kind of make a circle. And as you shoot, the faster you shoot, the larger it gets, as you can see right here. Now, so what you want to keep in mind is that as long as your enemy or the target you are shooting at is within those moving lines, that's where your bullets are going to go. So for long distance shooting, shoot slower because your reticle is going to be smaller. For close range, you can generally get away with shooting faster or spamming shots. So you always want to keep an eye on that. You always want to be a good judge at keeping your target in between those lines. Now some people would say, hey, if you spam them, you get 10 shots off before they can get 5. You get a better ratio, you get a better chance of actually hitting the enemy. Now that comes in handy, yes, it's true sometimes, but generally if you're host or if you're up close or playing a LAN party, you can generally get away from it. Like right here, I was spamming like crazy. He was farther away, his body wasn't in my reticle completely. Oh, I'm sorry, the reticle wasn't aimed very well on the body. There was a lot of space between the lines and where his body actually was, so a couple of my shots missed. So that's what you want to keep an eye on. Now, the DMR isn't the only weapon with a reticle. This here, the assault rifle, also has a reticle, which you'll see me use right now. As you can see, the lines, the 4 arrows, the crosshairs, got really, really large. Now, that means I'm going to miss a lot of my shots. So, if you pump the trigger and control your shots, you're going to kill somebody easier and with less ammo. Another thing that you want to watch out for is cover. What you were seeing me doing there with that pole was ducking in and out behind the cover and coming out on the side of the pole, shooting at them, coming back, shooting at them up on the other side. That's a good tactic too. Any weapon you're using, that's a very good tactic because one, it screws up your enemy's aim. The computer for Halo has an auto aim attached to it for Halo Reach. So if you duck in and out of cover, generally it's going to jack up their auto aim, and it's also going to jack up their their regular aim. So it also gives you cover and shields you from certain attacks. If one of their bullets misses you from that, then that's one more of a shot that you have on surviving. So you got a better chance of survival. Another another reason that helps is because it gives you your reticle time to get smaller, because you're not actually shooting at the enemy, you're taking cover. So that's a very good tactic. Now, especially if you're going against jetpackers. Jetpackers are very vulnerable to DMR fire, group fire, because of the fact that they can't strafe or move left to right, dodge bullets, or kind of confuse the enemy, and they can only have an up and down trajectory. They can only go up, they can only fall down. So like you'll see here, I'm taking my time with these shots because I know exactly where they're going to go. They're not going to fake me out, go left. They're not going to fake me out and go right. They're going up, and then they're coming straight down. So if you see somebody with jetpack, it's a fairly easy kill. And with that in mind, also you want to be careful and selective if you do choose to be using jetpack. Make sure you know when you're going to use it, where you're using it. Don't just jump up to the middle of a map unless you have a strategy for it, unless that's part of your plan. What you're seeing me do here is I'm shooting fairly fast. Now, what you don't know is that I'm crouching right now. Now, especially helpful for long distance shots, like you were just seeing me doing. When you crouch, it causes your reticle to shrink faster, which is very helpful and makes you a lot more accurate. So any chance you get when you're shooting long distance across the map, take your time, crouch, and you can actually shoot faster and be more accurate. Now, unfortunately, it's the end of the video, so I'm going to have to say goodbye. So rate, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think.